What's going on, y'all? My name is Snoop, aka Coach Cap, and I am the leader of a professional calisthenics team called Team Spartaa.
This is Sparta!
So to be a part of Team Spartaa, you have to pass physical requirements. Because as I said, professional sports team, so we're constantly competing, we're constantly traveling, we're constantly, testing our training versus some of the best in the world. So in Spartaa, we have 3 levels. We have 3 tiers. We have the bronze, which is entry level into Spartaa. We have silver, and we have gold. So the bronze requirement is the entry level, is the base level of Spartaa. It's more endurance based. It's very emphasis on building up your endurance. The set is 5 muscle-ups, 30 bar dips on top, 30 pull-ups, 60 squats, 60 push-ups. It has to be done in 6 minutes or less. You're allowed to break the number. So what I mean by break is, let's say you're going for the 30, you can go for 15 and get off the bar and then finish up the remaining 15. The balance, the counter to this is, even though you're allowed to break the set, the entire requirement has to be done 3 times in the same day. Like I said, the lesson of bronze is endurance. The trail to bronze, learning to achieve bronze, is building up your endurance. A lot of people can do a set, but can you do it 3 times? So that is the foundation of what bronze is. After you complete the trail to bronze, you graduate to the path to silver. The silver requirement is very similar in numbers, but it adds the rule of unbroken. In Spartaa, we do pride ourselves in the unbroken factor because it's a testament of strength. So the set is 5 muscle up, 30 bar dip, 50 sit-ups, 30 pull-ups, 50 squat, 50 push-up in 6 minutes or less. So we keep the 6-minute theme as well, but the key to this set is you're not allowed to break. So example, if you're going for 30 on the pull-up and you do 15 and get off, the set is void, it's over. You're allowed to break in between each movement. So the 5 and the 30 has to be done fluid, obviously, because you're still on the bar. Once you get off that 30, you're allowed to take a break before you start the next movement. But once you start the movement, you cannot stop. You can do what we call pausing, which is, on the push-up, holding the plank position, on the pull-up, holding that dead hang position. But you're not allowed to drop the knee or break the tension of the set. The silver set has to be done twice because, once again, if you could do it once, you can do it twice. And then once you graduate the path to silver, now you're on the road to gold. So the gold set, in my personal opinion, is the upper echelon of what Spartaa training is. It's really all of these lessons summed into one. It is a set that I take pride in, that a lot of people, only a select people in the world can even do the set with proper form by the guidelines. So the set is 50 dips, 50 sit-ups, 30 pull-ups, 50 push-ups, 50 squats, 5 muscle-ups, 30 bar dips. Once again, in 6 minutes or less, not allowed to break. This set, like I said, it's one of the highest levels of Spartaa, because as you just heard, those numbers are insane. Doing those numbers with good form in a 6 minute or less, that set is only to be done once, but it is the sum up of everything you learned. Once you achieve gold, we have this term in calisthenics called alien, which means, you're not of this earth. Next, that is when the sky is the limit after gold. That's where the real training starts. The next step to the gold is what we call warlord training. That is actually the path I'm currently on. The warlord requirement is uncharted territory, so I'm really hoping to be the first person to plant the flag on that. But it is 10 muscle-ups, 60 bar dips, 60 push-ups, 40 pull-ups and 100 squats in 6 minutes or less. So, yeah, that is the rank system explained of what Team Sparta is. I like to use requirements. It's not only is it a great power level standard for the members of Team Sparta, but it's also a great refresher course. So I'll use myself as an example. Coming off of injuries, not training as much as I would like to. I like to refresh myself. Every time the requirements come around, we do the requirements every March and every August. This allows current members to upgrade their rank, and it allows new people to join the ranks. So every 6 months, we do these sets, and for a person like me, it helps me. I'm currently following this path to get to, the Warlord standard. So it's a good set to kind of get yourself back going. It is the bare minimum of what Sparta training is. Example, me as a current gold, I hold myself to a standard of I will always be able to do a bronze, no matter if I'm out of shape, whatever. As long as I'm physically able, not injured, I can do a bronze because I've, mastered certain levels. So the requirements are basically a good foundation. It's a good level to let you know where you are. And in Team Sparta, we constantly recycle this set almost annually. Every certain periods, we just focus on training the requirement because it's such a full body set that it really prepares you for every type of scenario. It's upper body, it's legs, it's core, and it's everything in a time frame, so it gives you the feeling of I'm out of breath. We call it bardio, cardio on the bar. A lot of the sets we do are structured around the requirement, and a lot of the teachings I do are basically structured around this set as well. So the requirements are really the foundation, the beginning and the end of what Sparta really is. The requirements is a ritual. It's a rite of passage. It is you joining a family or you upgrading your rank. We do it every March and every August. March represents, spring. We like to start our season after requirements because that is almost like our in-house ritual of getting ourselves in shape. In August, the end of summer, essentially, end of the outdoor season, because a lot of our training is outdoor in the parks. And so we do it at the end of August. All requirements are judged by me as the leader. I am the form standard because each requirement does have a specific form standard that I have a keen eye for. So to qualify for the requirement is actually the hardest part. We have a vetting system of people. We have a vetting system of who is allowed to take the requirement because, as I've said in previous videos, you're joining a family, you're representing said family, and just to be blunt, any old body isn't allowed. We have certain, character traits, certain morals, certain guidelines we abide by in Sparta, certain behavioral things that we hold pride in. So once you kind of get that approval from the team and also pass the physical part, so before you're even allowed to take the physical part, you have to almost throw your name in the hat. You have to inquire with a current member because it is a referral system. So one of the current members has to vouch for you to even be considered to take this requirement. And once you're in, like I said, once you pass the bronze level, you are allowed, you gain access to the family and the training, and you get to upgrade your rank every level, every requirement. So March, every 6 months, we run the requirement. So if you're a bronze in March, you can qualify to be a silver in August, and etc. We try not to, in the past, we would kind of do it whenever you're ready. But I do think doing it on a set day, because that equates to the war readiness. In Sparta, we consider ourselves war ready. You know, so you may have this set today, but will you have it in March? Will you have it in August? Staying consistent is harder than having something in the moment. And we pride ourselves on that. So that's why we do it. It's almost like a big pop quiz. It's almost like a big exam where all eyes are on you. You're doing this alone. You're essentially showing off the hard work that you did all month. Or, you know, so it really shows me the dedication you take to the craft. You know, the level of comfort you have with the set and your chase for a higher rank. Like I said, the requirements is kind of like it is our foundation. It is our preparation course for whatever these events want. We like to know that we have these base numbers. I can always do this set before I prepare for something else. So this year, the requirement, you know, this will possibly be the last year we do it in the classic format because we are trying to change the dynamic of what the requirements are. Because, you know, Team Sparta is evolving past just a team. We're, you know, essentially growing into a nation. So I would like to, you know, upgrade the requirements. Like I said, in the past, it's graduated. Before, the bronze was once. It graduated to 3 times. Once a set, you know, it's important for when the movement grows, when the nation grows, the standard has to grow as well. Like I said, this will be the last year. I'm not going to give too much sauce away because, you know, things are still a work in progress. But this year, this season, you know, we're really going to focus on getting more golds because that is the point, to have more people achieve the highest level of Sparta, and just people just, you know, taking the craft serious as we prepare for, you know, a lot of upcoming events. Because we do have a lot of local events coming. We have the UFX coming, the Professional Calisthenics League. We have our events coming up. So we have a big Spartan event coming up in July. That's going to be, you know, one of the meanest and gruelest competitions out there. I'm really throwing the nasty out for this one. Like I said, it all starts with the preparation, the training, the road to. The destination is just the final point, but the road to is the journey. So I'm very much looking forward to this requirement season for sure. Sparta has been very private. Sparta is 11 years old. We've been very private because, you know, that's just the type of people we are. But now I do feel that this is something that the world can benefit from, the masses. This is everybody that has encountered Sparta, whether they're here for the long term or they're just here for a pit stop, has seen results, has been motivated. And, you know, I really think it's part of my mission now to really spread the word of what Sparta is, what the 300 elite mentality is. So, you know, with the family at my side, you know, us getting stronger while teaching the world to get stronger is the bigger mission now. And I really look forward to this because, like I said, we've everyone that's trained with us, whether you're a beginner, whether you're a seasoned vet, you can learn something. And the bottom line is we can learn something too. You know, I'm still a student. I'm still, you know, I pride myself on knowledge. I love gathering knowledge, how to get stronger at what I love doing. You can only do that by meeting different people, by encountering different scenarios, by having different adventures. So this is just the thought process when it comes to this. But, you know, we're trying to spread this 300 elite way to the world. We want the world to benefit from this, and we're trying to benefit from the world. Cut and print.